George is looking at me like I'm some kind of alien. It's really funny. I'm jamming out at the opening credits, and he's like, well, that's weird. My human is broken once again.
My human's doing things.
My human is confused. Looks like Kane's posting things too.
Right.
That's pretty cool. He's been doing a lot of goblins.
Yeah.
Good morning, Brent. We need music. All righty. I need to work on the school stuff today, so two things need to happen. One, I need to log in so I can get paid, because I like to get paid. Two.
There's so many things I see that are weird in that picture, but it's not my say.
We're going to get to work. We're both going to work until 3 today. So I did finally finish breaking out my script. And
Broke it out finally?
yes, this is finally where I think I am. Yep, SpaceX crew. I'm going to be... Oh, I should put that stream on anyway.
What's up, Brent? I thought you'd get a kick out of it. I sent Brent a picture this morning. And I was like, it's, what is it? How to assert dominance. And it's guys in a bathroom and they're all up at the urinal and pretty much one guy's like peeing from like a foot away into the urinal. And the other guy's just freaking out. It's awesome. I was like, Brent would appreciate this.
Yeah, Brent would. Brent would. Oh, I've been there.
All right, let's finish this zipper.
Yeah. Let's see if I can get... I'm going to see if I can't put this up in the upper corner.
Oh, that's weird pinching. Huh. I'm getting weird pinching there. Ah, there's a part of it. All right. Crease. Crease. That's because it's not creased there or there.
Well, I guess they did. It was intentional.
Well, yes, they did. But I want the thing up there, but I don't want... Oh, you're just going to listen to YouTube.
That's weird.
I will use the bread.
That's because it's not there. Aha! There we go. We fixed it. All right. Fixed that weird pinching problem I was having.
When the time came, we wanted to have opportunities for them to have choices. We included the opportunity to write on paper, but also to have...
There's also no way to shut it up once I've done this.
With their missions would be able to find...
Oh, is that the space flight?
And be as successful
as
they could be.
But I want it to stop talking.
With the Mom and Doug, and it's mostly...
Hit the mute button.
They were thinking when they did this. And we've had good results so far with 4 launches and the 5th.
Maybe I can't do this.
At morearts.com. If the astronauts schedule shifts during docking activities, does their schedule shift later in the day or the next morning? No, we do know that the ISS crew is sleep shifting in order to accommodate this crew. It's true, Daryl, that the crew actually has to sleep shift to accommodate the schedules of the vehicle traffic that arrives on board the space station.
I can't stop it from talking.
There's not a mute button on there?
No, there's no control on it.
There's no control for the volume? That's weird.
All the operational activities.
What's so sad is I cannot hear you because of the fact that they're so loud.
Impact things or other activities that are happening on the ground, for example, my driver schedule to be specific as well. But the crew's given time to recover after for each of those.
Well, it is in OBS. It's totally in OBS, but there's no way to control.
Bob Pinkett, follow us on Twitter at NASA Social, or check us out on the web at NASA.gov/social. Thanks for answering those questions.
Thanks for asking.
Great job. Let's end it now. Back out to Kate.
I always love hearing
Hey. Oh no. Never mind.
I
thought you had it.
DM2 mission a couple years ago.
I was like, no.
We're now under an hour. We're at T-minus 48 minutes, and the SpaceX launch team is finishing the final review of data from checkouts of Falcon 9 over the last hour. The launch director has verified with the launch weather officer that weather meets propellant loading constraints. So next up will be to pull the team for readiness, both for propellant load and for launch.
That's the problem there. He's like, mute the input. I'm like, that's the problem.
Engineers, often called REs, indicate that they are go by electronic loading on the online countdown procedure.
Therein lies the problem. There's no way to mute
also check
this
with the
input.
Dragon Mission Director, or MD, and the NASA Launch Manager to make sure that
like trees, which is what I'm kind of looking for.
Earlier, you saw the vehicle assembly building called the
Those are sharp. Those are sharp.
Launch team, as well as key NASA launch members, are in the Launch Control Center adjacent to the VAB.
Well, at least what I can do is turn my volume down for a minute so I can hear you until I shut this up.
Hello. Oh, we got anime music today. Nice. Whoa, that's kind of what I wanted. Let's bring that back. Let's do move. I wish this was freaking Maya. I hate this.
I've done everything. I've tried muting it. I've tried everything. It's really funny. I mean, I'm glad to hear it and stuff like that. But I can't seem to shut it up.
Why is this so much harder to navigate?
Literally have this thing completely turned off.
Oh, I hate this. I just get rid of these faces, just merge those. Would that be easier? I don't know. Oh, that would be easier.
At least you guys won't have to hear it if I turn it down from the mixer. Which is good, but that doesn't stop it from my specific. This is amazingly complicated. Shouldn't be this difficult. Yay! Swinging crew access on.
Moving points are so much harder in ZBrush. Okay, not X. What Y? Hey, I might have figured it out. Maybe. Still looks weird. I don't.
Oh, I know how to fix this. Ha-ha! That was actually kind of funny. There we go. I got it. It took a lot of effort. And in the end, what I had to do was click the interact button so that I was interacting with the actual website through the thing, and then click the mute.
Okay. Hey, it worked.
It worked. Yeah, I like watching things like launches and stuff like that in the upper corner. That's cool. Like, this is important stuff for me. I know it's not important for a lot of people, but it's important for me. And that's all that's important to me. So Bob Conway was saying that he was quoting some pretty decent prices for comics, so that's cool. Because I need to reprint my tech manual, and I really want to set my price point to $7.50, so that it's $10 if it's like a pain in the butt, like having to mail it to somebody or whatever, and I can drop as low as $5 for conventions and things like that.
That's fair.
All right, let's get back in here and figure this.
What if do this,
Technical manual.
this, and instead we go for a bevel?
It's all color for the tech manual, and so all the pages are colored, so reprinting that's going to be kind of expensive. And then I have that QuaCk, which can be not pricey necessarily, but at least
Looking better. Okay, okay. I like it.
all right.
Oops. Whoa, that was weird.
I'm trying this from a different point or perspective. Let's see if this works.
Hmm. Whoa, what the heck is that? That's weird. I miss Maya.
She just left. She'll be back this afternoon, though.
Is that what I mean? I appreciate it, but that's not what I mean.
All right. She's a nice person. I'm fond of her. I'm also kind of married to her. That sort of maybe probably.
Well, it's the things that you can do with Maya with the setting up your polys, like Blender and whatnot. When you're just doing poly modeling, it's so much easier than ZBrush. ZBrush has all these weird tools that you have to.
Agreed.
I can't just plot points and be like, cut here, add poly loop. Thank you. You know what? I'm going to ask that question to my teacher right now. That annoys me. There we go. Let's post that and see what he says. Are we still working on the animation?
Yeah. We're still
Nice.
working on linking the damn pieces together.
Well, we have people now.
Oh, you haven't seen the new car, huh?
The new car?
Like, I went back and put rearview mirrors on it.
Oh, you added little mirrors and everything. Nice.
Yeah, and like there's a dude in there,
Oh, the person has hands too.
and he can turn his head. And that's actually, and his body can turn as well.
Nice. So when you look to the left, make sure you turn your shoulders with.
Right,
So
exactly.
you can actually see fully to the back end of the car.
You got it. He's totally designed for like doing all this. And I've also just created a truck too, because his hands aren't connected, but I don't think his hands need to be. But the steering wheel is also now not just a circle thing, it's actually a steering wheel.
Right.
You can actually, not that one, you can actually turn the steering and see through it to all the controls of the vehicle. But what I'm trying to do, first of all, obviously the steering wheel's not aligned properly. What I'm trying to do
What if I
is
do this instead?
trying to get it so that when you turn the steering wheel, it turns the front wheels too.
And now we go to bevel. Would this fix that? No, it still bevels into what's masked. What the fuck? Sorry.
Yeah, mine's doing the same thing too. It's like something weird every time.
What if I did that, and then we come in here? That's gonna get rid of every... If I do this, it gets rid of that. That's not what I want. Weird typology. This is so weird. That's annoying. See, I thought if you mask off stuff in this, it's not supposed to touch it, but it's still touching it, which doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I know, right? Weird, huh?
Oh, hold on. I think I figured it out. Maybe it's because these are creased. Why it's still doing that. Let's just do edge loop complete. Get rid of these creases.
Why is it unable to create the properties? That's really weird. You could once, but now you can't.
And if we're going to bevel, you're still doing it.
What?
You know what? That's just gonna have to do.
You and I are, neither one of us are having luck right now. We're both like, I hate you.
Yep. Alright, whatever. It's fine. I don't care anymore. This is what it is.
Nope, 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 nope. Ugh. Can't read it.
Oh, it's the widget. That's what it was.
Okay. I have an entire folder called How to Rig a Model. How to do it. Okay. Bring up my instructions.
All right.
Kind of looks like you're making a Jenga stack there.
It's a zipper.
Oh.
So if I do this, these are the brackets, and then I'm going to make the actual zipper head. Or pretty much what we're doing is we're making mesh tools in ZBrush, insert meshes. So I'm going to make a zipper as my insert mesh tool. So if I want to do a whole bunch
So
of
we're both
zippers,
trying to make the puppets do their puppet thing. In a
yeah,
way.
yeah. So I can just do like straight line. There's all the zipper teeth, and then do a drop on just for the zipper. So like if I'm doing like a jacket or something like that, it will look like the zipper is zipped, and then I can also put like the teeth right here. Just thinking of faster ways to do stuff if something comes up, and that's where this whole project's meant for. So I mean, even if I can create this to a believable standard, I mean, I probably should have went with a different zipper. But I'm gonna create a few, like another set here, because we have to create. How many do we have to create? Let me see. Contents, open. Insert mesh. I have to create 3 of them. So I'm going to create the zipper head, and then I'm going to create 2 different style zippers, teeth. So it gives it, actually I might just do, I'm just going to do 3. So yeah, like here, as you can see. So yeah, I'm doing this one right here right now, the top one, and then I'm going to do the bottom one. And then I'm just going to create a zipper that's like one of these.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
So, which technically I should create both, because each one's designed this way for a different reason. The teeth head part.
Right.
But most people don't know that. So I think I might get away if I just create 3 of them and be like, there you go. Why don't you move there? Thank you. And that's where I'm at right now.
So it create it, but in the body, but it will not. And create a light steering here too. What's going on? Sorry.
No, you're good. So yeah, pretty much we have to create 3 of those, attach them to pretty much a sphere, a mesh sphere, just to show how they look. And yep, and pretty much make it, save it as an insert mesh brush, so then you actually have. He did bolts and screws. He's like, you can go this route if you want, but try something different. And I was like, cool, I'll do a zipper.
Right.
Because I'm thinking practical too. I'm like, how often am I going to be using bolts and screws? I'm like, probably not as much, but I mean, a zipper is something that's always on clothes that most people don't realize. So. Oh, that's why. I know why Kane's been drawing goblins. It's his Gobtober.
Yeah.
Makes so much sense now.
There's a crew of 5 in there. Or 4. 4.
Okay, make sure that's on, that's on, that's on. Cool, cool. Okay. I can turn off poly. Question is, though, why are you dark? Oh, that explains a lot. Aha, somehow I changed the color. All right, there we go. That looks better.
Yep. Actually, it looks like a zipper.
Yeah, it looks like a zipper.
Well, kind of. Aren't they supposed to be together like teeth?
Depending on which ones. Like, if you look at these ones. So, like, the one I'm going to do next are more teeth. These brass ones, they just kind of set on top of each other. Like, they hook into each other by, like, a little knot on the back of them. Which I do need to fix that somehow, but I just don't know how yet.
Yeah, I feel like the tooth has a nib. And then on the back of it has an indent. So when they're pressed together, they sit.
You're right, you're right. You know what, guy? When you're right, you're right.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Mostly because I know I just made you work. Sorry.
Alright, so... Now... Where'd my picture go? There it is. How much can I see? There we go. That's flat. That's... Oh, there's an indent in... That is a small detail that you'll never see.
Okay. If you don't think that's a problem.
I mean, for a teeth, no, I don't think so. Because also, when you look at these, they're probably going to look like that. You know, on a model. Like, you'll never be that. If you're really that close, I mean... If I really want to get that detailed into it, I probably could, but I think I'll be fine. Turn off polyfill. Alright, so how do we save this?
Legitimately, how is it that they get... So, artists get in here and do artist things. Okay. No problem. But then, are there like 67,000 echoes of me here? I've got like a zillion sources all of a sudden.
I wasn't sure if it was picking up my music, so I turned it off.
Anyway. Why is my mixer 55%, but all the other mics are 100%? What are you doing, you people? Oh well. I've worked trying to fix the audio thing. I seem to have worked OBS pretty good. Anyway, yeah, programmers then get involved, and then it becomes stupid.
I mean, yes and no. You're not wrong. But also, like, programmers will come in and start moving things around. I mean, you know how it works. Like, artists is like, hey, I need this to do this. This is what I like to do. And they're like, okay, cool. Then they have to figure out how to program.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, like, stupid. Like, this is stupid. So, You can't just say, hey, tie these 3 sliders to 1 slider, and then when this slider is at this value, these other 3 sliders are at whatever value we want to set it at.
Right.
So slide the slider to 100, and then slider 2, which is the steering wheel, goes to 75. Slider 3, which is the left front wheel, goes to 35, and slider 4 goes to minus 35. You know what I mean? You can't just set it. You have to freeze it, and when you freeze it, then it opens up this property where you select what property you wish to freeze, and then it opens up this dialog box where it says, so you wish to reset everything. Oh wait, you have to uncheck the things you don't want us to reset to 0 every time you use this.
Right.
By the way, you cannot select more than 1. So every property has to be unselected first, and if you don't, it will make it teeny tiny and move it to the center point of the entire stage when the slider is set to 0. So reset it to 1% size, and its X position, Y position, and Z position will be 0. So you have to unselect everything every time you set this up. And I'm like, okay, but how many people by default wish to have their morph go from whatever it was set to 0 and centered in the middle of the stage? You know, like that's not something we ever do with animation. So some programmer didn't think it through and was like, well, we just want to give you every option. Okay, well, you gave me every option, but it's by default selected to be reset. And I'm like, how did you do this? Like down here, restore figure, apply control property, and restore figure rigging are selected by default. So in other words, reset them back to what they were by factory defaults, not where you set them. Where they and the whole thing is the only way to tell Daz to lock something at one position is to use ERC freeze. You have to use this method. So the whole thing is, okay, move the joint to 30 degrees, click on ERC freeze, then be sure to uncheck the reset everything to 0 button, because by default, the function resets it. It's like, why would you do that? It's like, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That's why I said artists do something and then the programmers mess it up because they don't understand what's going on.
Oh, I did spill coffee. Screen captures.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
In them out. How does this work?
I'm about to post the Daz thing going, guys. I mean,
please explain.
But I'm having real problems with this again.
Right.
Gotta admit, Trinity said that whole thing about screenshots, and I'm like, oh crap. Has been the most useful thing I have ever learned.
Oh, they help out a lot, don't they?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I should. Oh, well, maybe my teacher might understand. I should probably have done that. Dang it. You just remind me, I probably should have sent that to my teacher. Like, I want to draw a line here. It won't do it. I should have done a screenshot and drew on it.
Yeah.
I mean, I still can, but we're going to finish this first. See if you teach me what I'm looking for. Do you use ZBrush at all, or no?
No, not yet. I want to.
Okay. As I say, if you did, maybe I could be like, hey, guy, how do I do this one thing real quick?
Yeah. No, I'm using Blender.
Oh, you're good. That's not what I want. Is it considered a gutter? Is that what they would call it? Just gonna continue my thread.
I'm writing here and saying I'm a complete idiot. Just
I like how we're both literally sending notes right now of like, how do we fix this?
right, because I'm like, right now at this point in time, I've cost my company a lot of money to figure out how to tie the steering wheel to the front wheels. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's not fair to my company. I'm going to actually have to go off the clock and keep fighting this problem off the clock now, because it's not fair to keep charging them because I'm stupid. But they're saying click ERC freeze. It should only have the 3 things that you've got highlighted. It doesn't. It shows everything in the entire scene, and they're all selected to be reset to 0. So I have to unselect everything. And then half the time, the things that I want to change aren't on that list because you've already tied them to something. So it's like, I mean, it's just so remarkably frustrating.
Right. I put in the wrong one. That would make more sense. let's see here. Did I put it in here on accident?
We're at T-minus 4 minutes, 14 seconds on this.
There it is. All right, we're just gonna do something. Cut.
There we go. Since we're at T-minus 3 minutes, 15 seconds to launch, might as well take a pause here to watch the launch.
I should have been doing all this last night. Totally messed up.
Yeah, instead of
Brent, how dare you leave us so you can go do the thing that pays your living? How dare?
No, no.
You're in IT, Brent. They don't do anything. They just walk around with cables in their hands looking for it. I'm so joking. You do a lot. Ta-da! Look at all these zippers.
You got zippers in your zippers. Your zipper got zippers. You have a zipper pin. All right.
Yeah, I was supposed to be doing this last night, but as you noticed, last night I just literally zoned out at 10 o'clock. I was like, I'm crashing.
Yeah, my biggest problem is tomorrow I have a meeting with these guys, and I've got to have some of these animations ready.
Right.
And I'm at the point where I'm just going to manually animate everything, and just animate each piece moving.
At least have something showable, like, hey, look, animation.
Yeah, at least the animation's there. It's hard. It'll take forever to do, but it's already taken forever to just try to link these three properties together. That should not have happened. I mean, I've spent probably 8 or 9 hours now just trying to get these three things to link together.
Oh, damn.
And I mean, half of that I haven't even charged the company, because I don't think that's fair. You know, they're not an idiot that's not able to figure this one thing out. Documentation is spaghetti. Even the guys on the DAS forums have a hard time explaining it. And I'm like, this is something that's the reason why we all use DAS. You know, this. It's supposedly really easy to use. Except if you're not using a human being, apparently that's the problem.
Right.
If you're not using a person, it's an idiot. Did we freeze up? No. We didn't. Why did they take the countdown off? 15.
You did it on purpose.
12. 3. There we go. It's off by whatever. There it goes. 9 Merlin engines. Let's go ahead. Let's go. Off it goes. Let's start the roll program. Into the clouds. Out of the clouds. Woo, that's a lot of cheese there.
My teacher's going to be like, wow, Colton, you have a lot of questions right now. I'm like, yes, I do.
Yeah. Oh, good. I was like, are they going to put the little thingy on there where they talk about the velocity and the altitude? Because that's cool.
I'll save it in here again.
Little
Oh,
pages.
Fuck.
Okay, they're going through max Q, guys. This is the maximum dynamic pressure on the spacecraft. So they'll be throttling back to about 75%. And they'll clear through max Q in just a few minutes here. And now they should be throttling back up. Now they're at Mach 1. Go through the sound barrier. They need less air, so they can go up a little bit higher when they're there. Is max Q, maximum dynamic pressure on the spacecraft. Now they can go up, probably back up to 100%. Mode 1 Bravo. So that means that they are committed until they separate from this stage. Which is all right. Everything looks really solid. The second stage engine is pressurized. So they've chilled the MVAC, which is the secondary stage engines. So they're ready to go and ignite just in a few minutes. So altitude is 68 kilometers, 70 kilometers. The velocity is 6,000 kilometers per second, or 6,000 meters per second, or something per second. 6,000 kilometers per second is pretty fast. There we go. Mode 1 Bravo. First stage is separated. Holding the second stage ignites. Almost bad in the first stage. Now we're going to watch on the left screen. You'll watch as the first stage returns to Earth and lands. And the second stage gets up to speed. I like watching the second stage heat up. The engine bell, it turns red. So the second stage engine is bringing up the delta V, which is the need to go sideways. Of course, when you're orbiting a planet, you don't just go up; you have to go up and sideways. And it's actually more sideways than it is up at that point. So first stage is returning. They're going so far out that the first stage has to land on the ship out in the ocean instead of returning to...
Oh, we've launched. I didn't see that.
That's what I'm going through this entire thing over here.
I know. I thought you were just going into like all the presets, but yeah, never mind.
No. I'm live broadcasting this launch.
I didn't realize we already launched. Nice.
Yep. So first stage is going to land on a ship out there in the ocean somewhere. And good thing it knows where it is because I can't see it. The second stage is still pushing to orbit speed. So, cool thing about those ships, just read the instructions, and of course I still love you. They're both drones. There's nobody on board. So, if the rocket for some reason decides to collapse and fall on it and explode, nobody dies. Always a plus. All right. Second stage is at 10,000 meters per second. And it needs to be at 14.5, I believe, to hold. So we'll be pushing to 14.
What do I need to save this?
Or it's into orbit speed. I'm not sure if it's 14. guess it also depends strongly on where the ISS is. Chasing the ISS right now. Yep, 220,000 pounds of thrust. It's past 14.5, so wherever we are, because we're not at Eco, so they're at 15,000. They are chasing the International Space Station, so it's whatever speed the space station is at right now. And then altitude push. So spacecraft thrust forward to go up, and then thrust backwards to go down. And so changing altitude is a little more complicated. All right, stage 1 is now entering the atmosphere in the entry point. That's braking thrusters right there. Stage 2 is at 18,000 per second. This makes me much happier than trying to beat my head on Daz Studios linkage problems over here. Going way over 14.5. Right, spaceship's pretty cool. Starship, I mean. Yeah, Starship. Stage 1 in for landing on just read the instructions, which is the ship. Okay, so we're at Miko at 27K. So, oh, we lost connection to the stage 1. Lost of signal. Almost. Oh, there we are. We gained it back. Coming in. Landing legs deployed. Touchdown. Look at that. Good job. So, stage 1 has landed on just read the instructions. Stage 2 is in orbit, and its orbital altitude is 200 kilometers. And its orbital speed is 27,000 meters per second. I'm going to see if we pop the fairing here, and then the Dragon capsule should be free. So that second stage is going to drop off. It's the only part of a SpaceX rocket that's not useful. He actually was. Colton was doing something. He's doing a specific kind of zipper. There we go. Separation from the Dragon Station.
Oh, I'm doing the T-zipper after this. I'm waiting for comments from my teacher, which I probably won't get till tonight or tomorrow morning.
Right.
Based off their schedule, because they also work in the industry, so they're kind of busy from... And they're East Coast, so from like 10 their time till like about 5, 6 o'clock, they'll be free. But yeah, no, Brent, what I was doing is... So, there's the one zipper. I'm building that one right now. I'm going to build this one next. And then I'm going to create a head for the zipper. For this create mesh tool, whatever we're doing, so... Pretty much we're learning how to create tools. Create our own brush tool, stuff like that. So, I'll be making the next one here probably tonight. If I get a connection, any comment from him tonight to figure out if I'm on track. And then, now I'm trying to get all my other stuff set up so I can do my quick studies.
Okay. Now I'm back to, now that they're in orbit and happy and whatever, you're going to put the YYZ logo on it?
Might. I'm just going to switch over to another class and start working on that stuff. So where's this SpaceX launch going?
The ISS. It's the next crew of the space station.
I mean, do they have a specific location, like Pluto, Mars?
Yeah, the space station.
Just the space station? Oh, there's a space station called BISS? Oh, okay.
Yeah, ISS is the International Space Station.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. And so they're going up to the space station to be the next rotation crew. And when they take over, my personal favorite astronaut takes over command of the space station.
Uh-huh.
And so she becomes Commander Samantha Cristoforetti. She's Italian, but she's also a hardcore Trekkie. So hardcore that they have a very small budget of what they can carry with them to the space station. And in her budget, she always takes her Starfleet uniform.
That's awesome.
She floats around in the ISS in a Starfleet uniform. She cosplays on the on the space station, and I love her. She is the best.
That's great. That's good.
She happened to be on board the space station when they sent a Dragon up that had a coffee machine on it. So she immediately tweeted, "There's coffee in that Dragon," which is a quote from Voyager, which she said there's coffee in that nebula, but it was still. I was like, "See, you are my favorite astronaut."
Right.
And they're Cristoforetti. She's the bestest. So,
that's awesome.
She takes over command with this crew. So as soon as they dock, the command transfers to her.
They go over everything. They do the transfer of command, and
they ring the little bell, and there's a bell on board because it's a Navy ship. So they transfer command, and once they do, she takes over.
Oh, cool!
It's so cool. So this is her crew that's coming up on SpaceX Dragon right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Her transfer crew is coming up.
Nice. Here's a question I was wondering from you. For NDK, how did this year turn out better than it was anticipated?
Oh,
I know.
By far. Way
far.
Yeah.
Good. I think we talked about that a little bit, but we never really got into it. And I was kind of curious if it turned out better than you guys were anticipating, if you didn't hit the numbers or something like that because of America.
Right. No, we totally hit all of our goals plus some. So
the metrics
grew. We had a number of people who freaked out because of our mask mandate and decided to never come ever again, and they hated us because we were following some liberal agenda of whatever. I don't even know.
Less people to worry about.
Yep. But even with that, we still had bigger numbers than we've ever had.
Right.
So
I didn't even think about the mask mandate till I got there, and I was like, I haven't had to do this in a while.
Yeah, we gave people masks and everything like that. But the big thing is,
well, that was the cool part, is that they ran up like
our groups, but nothing major. We didn't have big outbreaks of COVID.
Right.
Like they did not have a mask mandate at AX, as something like 20% of the population got COVID.
Right.
So we didn't. We didn't have 20%. I didn't get COVID. Nope. I got stupid con crud, but it was the normal con crud. It was very much not COVID.
Mm-hmm.
It was just your normal everyday con crud, which actually I'm sitting there going, well, that means I got it from one of the guests because I was wearing my mask on the floor. But I wasn't wearing it in the green room when I was with the guests. So that means one of the guests had con crud, which...
Well, I mean, if the guests are running around con to con right now, like...
Yeah, I was going to say, they're going from con to con, so...
Like, I know a lot of people right now are still... Like, a lot of people are going through burnout, too, because they're overbooking themselves because they haven't had anything for 2 years, pretty much. And a lot of them, that's how they made their money, so it made sense. You know?
Right.
But... That's cool. I'm glad. I'm glad it all went better. No, that was the cool part though. With the like, you guys did have the mask mandates, but you guys had masks available. Because I was like, oh, I totally forgot about this. Mm-hmm. And the girl that came up, she was like, and I was like, she's like, you don't have one? I was like, nope, did not think about that today. She's like, here you go. And I was like, thank you.
Yeah. That's the whole thing. I would understand if we were like, you're required to wear a mask and you have to bring it, right? Or we'll send you home. I could see people being upset about that, but we're handing out masks.
But also, like, the hotel's not enforcing it, so it's kind of hard for you guys to fully be like, hey, if they're not enforcing it, we can't expect everybody walking through here actually having a mask.
Yeah.
You know?
But I mean, we require you to wear clothes. Why is this a problem? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, we require you to carry badges around. We require you to wear clothes. We require you to, you know what I mean? Just
I know.
To your list of I don't know why people have to freak out about this. It is the dumbest thing. You know, it makes some people feel better. Wear a mask. It makes them feel, even if you don't believe in it, it makes them feel better.
Also, with con crud, that's still a thing. This actually is not a bad deal.
It did cut down on con crud, except for me, clearly.
I mean, that's because you found it from someone else specifically.
Yeah, but I think I got it from the rest of the staff when we weren't wearing masks.
Right. Which is understandable. But also, like, Anime Expo, though, like, that's a much bigger group of people.
Mm-hmm. It did. I'm writing all these things in. I'm like, just tell me, here are all the numbers. What do I do to manually program this?
But did someone reply to you? Daz?
No, well, they have been, yeah. And they were like, oh, yeah, do this. Oh, I forgot this one step. I forgot this other step. And I'm like, okay. I keep adding all these steps back in. And clearly something is being missed because it's asking me to reset the entire figure in here.
Right.
No, it's not supposed to do that. Okay, that's fine. Steering wheel is at -75. See, part of this is that all of these things are different things. The steering wheel Z-rotates the thing it's turning, and the front wheels are rotating on a Y-rotate. So part of this is that none of them, and since I just cloned the right wheel to the left side, they're reversed. Because of course, if you turn this wheel to 35, this one goes this way. We don't want this, we want this. So they're reversed, but it's the same figure, just clone. I should note that. The left front wheel is a cloned copy of the right front wheel. That's why it's never really good. There we go. That's an important thing.
More information's always
your
good.
watch suits. Yay! Get out your watch suits. Things start floating around the cabin now. So much fun. I gotta admit, one of my super epic regrets in life is that I didn't actually become an astronaut.
Was that one of your goals?
Uh-huh. When I was a kid? You bet.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. The only hope I have right now is that when I die, somebody will put my ashes on one of those rockets and launch it.
There you go.
Very little chance that I'm ever going to make it up there while living.
No, I was thinking about that too one day. It was we were talking about the everybody migrating to Mars or whatever and blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know, I think it'd be awesome if I could actually have that happen. But I'm also in that same sense, is like I would probably not be the first on that list of people they would try and recruit to go do that mission.
Right.
Because me and my friend were talking about it when it first came up. She's like, yeah, 1 year a smoker. I'm like, yep, that would be an instant no.
What? 1 year? Oh yeah, it's a year to it's a year to Mars unless we do direct.
Right, but it being a smoker, you have less chances. There's a lot more health hazards that pop up with that they don't want to. That they were like, no, we can just grab someone else. No, like, yeah, that's true.
Sadly, I never
Like,
smoke.
that's fine.
I don't get motion sickness, except for the fact that I'm overweight. I'm in a really
Yeah, but I mean, if you're training for it, it's a difference because you're going to lose that weight when you start training. You know, I don't know how long you'd have to quit smoking to actually be considered. Hey, we can consider you for,
10 years.
10 years.
Mhm.
I mean, I should, but still, I'm like, damn.
Well, 10 years is how long it takes for your body to clear all that crap out of your system.
Mm-hmm.
So once it's cleared, you'll pass physical.
Right.
So, but it's still 10 years. I learned that one because guess what killed my dad?
Smoking.
And even though he quit too late. By the time he quit, the damage was already done.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything he could do. So all quitting did for Dad at that point in time was just prolong the inevitable, sort of thing. So,
which gave you a little bit longer time with him. But.
Yeah, absolutely awesome. There is no question or argument. And legitimately, Dad was 80 when he passed. And 80 to 90, you can hold it together pretty good, but it's hard. 90 to 100, But, if he had held together to 90, though, then my kiddo could have known him as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been nice. Now, as it stands, my kiddo lost him when my kiddo was 11. He'll remember him just fine, and he'll have memories of him, but they're all going to be child memories. They're not going to be adult memories, which is kind of a bummer.
Right. He's not going to remember everything, but he'll remember the vague parts of him. Like, yeah, I remember that guy. He was there. One of the
coolest things I ever did was sit down and have an adult discussion with my great-grandmother.
Oh, really?
I was 22 when she passed.
Oh, wow.
So I sat down, and she was still totally there, completely cognizant, 100%. And I got to talk to her about growing up in the 1800s, the late 1800s, early 1900s. I got to talk about why she never learned to drive, because she apparently the first time she got into a Model T, she pushed the wrong thing and went backwards into a ditch, and it ejected my grandmother, who was at the time, I think, 2. Yep. So it ejected her, and she landed in the ditch and was hurt, but not badly hurt. But then my great-grandmother said, that's it, I'm done. I'm never driving again. And it was okay because my great-grandfather was a car dude, and he loved them. And so he actually ultimately got a license certificate from Chevrolet and worked on Chevy cars for his entire life.
And also he was cool with it because he liked driving. So he's like,
right. So, yeah, exactly. So he was the driver. He was perfectly content taking her everywhere. It didn't bother her at all. And then he passed away when I was 1 year old. So in 1973. And from that point forward, grandmother was already in her late 60s, early 70s. At that point, or mid 70s. She was born in 1880 or 1894, I think. So by 1973, she was in her late 70s. So everybody was like, "Yeah, don't worry about it, grandmother. We'll just haul you around." And then she stuck around for another 20 years and was in her late 90s when she finally passed. and she was completely cognizant together and with it up until the day she died. I guess really the last 2 weeks. We did ultimately have to put her in a nursing home, but only because she was getting to the point where really she couldn't move so well to cook, and we were afraid she was going to set fire to her house. So,
and there was no one that could actually really be her caregiver.
Right. Well, and part of the problem, of course, with her was that she's the one that said, I'm afraid I can't get up fast enough if something catches fire in the kitchen.
So she was smart enough to actually realize. That's awesome.
Yeah. She was like, I don't think I can get up and go in there fast enough. So she was the one that suggested moving to a nursing home.
That's awesome.
So we put her in the nursing home, and that was cool. And really, she lasted about a year, and then she died. But I went to see her in the nursing home, and we sat there and we talked, and she talked about, crashing the car, why she
her life and what
and
moving.
That was the other thing. It's like my grandmother also, of course, was hanging out long enough to have an adult conversation. That was an interesting thing too, because she said, hang on real quick. Thanks, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh, did you guys figure it out?
No, I'm just putting it in. I'm saying thanks in advance.
Oh, okay. 5-1. Are you gonna work now? You're not working? No? Okay. We're restarting you now because you messed up. I'll be right back.
Okay. While you wait for Photoshop to open.
All right.
It is always wonderful to watch a rocket launch in my world. I'm just saying. I want a bit more coffee clear thing. We only have 15 minutes left, but that's all right. Alrighty. So, what I posted just now on the Jazz Studio is I'm about to give up and just manually animate all the individual pieces separately. My company's paid for way too many hours for me to just bash my head on this. I'm clearly missing a step somewhere, and it's just insanity. This should be easy, and it's not. I don't know why I can't just make a wheel and connect another wheel, set it to when the master wheel is at 100%, wheel 2 is at 35%. This whole ERC freeze thing is backwards for me. I can't conceptualize it. So, one last try on this. Assume I'm a complete idiot, because right now I'm certainly feeling that way, and assuming the model is not rigged, it's a bunch of separate OBJ files that are connected only in the scene hierarchy. We are set up like this. Car A is the suspension, and then the body is connected to that, with the person and the steering wheel connected to the body, and then the left front wheel and the right front wheel are connected straight to the suspension. Then I said, if someone could give me a step-by-step on this one thing so it works once, I can deconstruct the process and do it for everything else. So I need to make a parameters wheel on the car A figure called light steering, and set it such that when it's at 100% or 1, I don't care, then the right front wheel is at Y rotate minus 35, the left front wheel is at Y rotate plus 145, and the steering wheel is at Z rotate minus 75. When light steering is at 100, or the other side, then right front wheel is set to Y rotate plus 35, left front wheel is set to Y rotate plus 210, and steering wheel is at Z rotate minus 75. I should note that the left wheel is a cloned copy of the right wheel, and that's why its numbers are backwards. And then I put, thanks guys, I'm sorry I'm getting frustrated. There's pressure on to do this from the company, and I feel like it's my own incompetence that's causing this issue. So that's where we are.
There you go.
In the meantime, I'll fire up Blender and we'll go map the truck. That way I'm doing something and not sitting there hating on it. See the cute truck? Isn't it cute? Look how cute that truck is. All trucks should be cute. This way we can have a cute truck that toodles around and does its things. And it's on the same frame as the car, so that once we've set the rigging, I don't have to mess with the rigging. The rigging will work on both of them. Hey, at the first Sunday of every month, there is a live draw at Memento Mori Gallery.
Is there?
Uh-huh.
I'm in.
I just went and realized that my looking at a person and drawing the person's skills suck rocks. So I made her like 6 feet wide. It was horrible. Everything was too wide and not tall enough.
Uh-huh.
And then somebody was joking about like, well, yeah, that's because she was laying down. And I was like, no. When she was laying down, then she was too tall and not wide enough. So I was having a problem.
You're having the proportion issues, yeah.
I was having a serious proportion issue, and it was driving me absolutely bonkers. It was funny, but it was driving me bonkers. I think the
Where's
last
this at?
one I got pretty good at. She had such a pretty face. She had this.
Where's
like,
this at, by the way, guy?
Memento Mori Gallery.
Where's that at?
Right next to Casa Bonita, which, by the way, is super pink now.
Oh, that's the one that's also by Rocky Mountain School of Art. I think it's the same place.
Maybe.
Same area.
The actual shopping center.
I think Rimcat's over there, that's why. I don't know how close it is, but I know it's over there.
Rimcat's not in the same spot, but yeah. I mean, it's
over in that. Yeah, it's in the general area.
General area. No, this is different. This is, I mean, like it's in the shopping. It's in the parking lot. The same parking lot.
Of Casa Bonita.
Yeah. So Casa
cool.
Bonita is on the, if you will, if you're looking at the parking lot, Casa Bonita is on the left side. It's on the right side. So.
Oh, okay.
It's unmarked right now because they just bought it and they're just opening it. So there's also
I'm totally
another
down. I will
gallery
go
that's
with you
it's in a
any
separate building in
day.
the center of the parking lot, but that's a different building.
I've
But
been wanting to
apparently
find a place to
it's
go do
marked
this.
with it.
That's why I would love that.
Mhm.
You said
When I was
Sundays?
there last time, Cash was there and Kundi was there.
Oh, nice.
So, but it's a $10 cover plus tip
That's
the
fine.
model, tip the gallery.
Right.
But if I can get a whole ton of us in there for these live draws, then that's $10 a piece. I'm all about supporting this gallery. You know what I mean?
I mean, to have the gallery actually doing that, that's actually pretty amazing.
Yeah, I mean, like it's brand new. They don't have anything in there really yet. So they just put up a whole bunch of changing screens in front of the front windows, and so that people couldn't see the naked girl sitting on the chair in the middle. You know? Like,
Right.
yay. But yeah, it was so cool to be back into live draw again. I haven't done live drawing in so long, and I miss it. And my proportions suck, and like it was just rough. I was like, so, but it was nice. It was nice to get back into the swing of things. It was, back to doing the thing you're supposed to do and as an artist.
I've been wanting to find one of those. That's why, and I think I said I was gonna. I found it online and I just didn't go because I totally spaced it. Because it was, you said the first Sunday?
It's the first Sunday of every month.
So, I was knee deep in trying to get schoolwork done.
Yeah, you do you, boo. Nothing wrong with it.
I remember right. I think that's what was going on. I was like, I should have been fine. What was I doing Sunday? Oh, yeah. I had so much going on Sunday.
Fair.
This Sunday was a very busy Sunday for me.
Not trying to make you feel guilty. Yeah.
No, you're good. I'm just speaking out loud.
You do you. As you will. As you will. So. No, don't do that. Stupid blender.
Big traps. Holy crap.
Right? That was my problem. Is like I would start drawing her, and I've got to come up with a better way to do it. So I started doing Bridgman's movable masses about the third one in. And I was like, okay, we're getting closer, but still. I don't know, man. I was starting to kind of like worry about myself here. I was like, really? I am not this bad of an artist. There is no way I suck this bad. But I apparently do. That's the thing.
I mean, you're also using a skill set you haven't used in a long time, too.
Not in a long time. I'm not down on myself. I'm down on myself in a professional way. You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference between being down on yourself. I'm stuck and I never should do this ever again. And, woo, that skill's really weak. We got to work on this one. You know, there's like a difference in that attitude.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Well, I guess I'm going to be here every month doing this for a while because clearly we got issues. You know what I mean?
It's totally worth it, though. That's the thing.
And it's one that I think I know I'm weak on, and it's one of the reasons why I rely heavily on 3D models. And I think what I need to do is get back into the swing of it so that I can get off of using the 3D models for the people, the cats.
Well, and also, like, instead of that, though, you're also looking at your 3D models now. Like, you don't need them to be in their specific spot. You'd be like, oh, okay, cool, you're just a placeholder, and then I can just draw over, just do a quick draw around it.
Exactly. That's my thing. Is I'm hoping that if I can get unlocked a little bit from leaning on my maquettes, I can do a lot more with them, and do a lot more with the pictures and the work on the actual. My drawings can get richer. That's what I think can happen.
Right.
And that's fine. I don't mind. I mean, I don't mind using the maquettes now to transmit the story, but I would like to make my drawing better so that my stories and comics are better.
Right.
It's hard to say this because I'm trying not to sound like I hate my artwork. My artwork sucks, because I'm not. I'm fine.
I say you've grown a lot since I first met you. So as an artist, you've done great.
And thank you, by the way. I feel like I have as well. I think I will always be using 3D models for the backgrounds because that's way too useful.
I know a lot of people. There's a lot of people that do that specifically because it's quicker, it's easier, and they don't have to worry about perspective as much because they can just kind of drop them in and go.
Yeah. So much easier to do 3D modeling and just model. Even if Daz Studio is driving me absolutely bonkers, it's still easier to use.
Right.
Yeah. And it is. Daz Studio is driving me crazy, but that's all right. We're good. Somebody's
Someone coming in? Is that what that was?
The ground beef inside the freezer is in a plastic grocery bag. You should probably pull it out when we cook it tonight. It's frozen solid. Uh-oh.
That's what that was. Oh, okay.
That was my wife. My wife doing the wife thing of,
I thought it was like Pepper or someone trying to come in. I was like, hello?
Right? No, I keep missing Pepper coming in too. It's like he came in last night, same thing. Just kind of like sat there. I was like, I'm so sorry, Pepper. And he's like, I know, I've forgotten all the time. And I'm like, no. It just doesn't do the little beepy bop like it used to. And
I didn't hear it last night either.
Or something.
I know I didn't hear it. That's why I'm like, what?
All right. That's fair. I gotta figure out what I'm doing for lunch. There's nothing really here for lunch. Okay.
I know. I still need to go grocery shopping. I haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
I might go do that tonight after work.
I don't know if I want to go grocery shopping. I don't know if I have the wherewithal. So. Because I put out there and said, hey guys, just tell me what you think
of A, B, and C.
Just because if they could just give me a step-by-step, you know what I mean? Like,
here's a video,
Yeah. Step 1, select the main thingy. Step 2, click on this and then this. Step 3, do this. And then step 4, put this one to minus 35. Step 5, put this one to minus 264. Like that's why I gave them all specific numbers because I'm hoping that's exactly what will happen. Then once they do that and it works, then I can go, oh, I see how this works.
I see what's going on here.
Yeah. But right now they're doing the, well, just set it for one extreme and hit ERC freeze, and that'll work just fine. It'll only set this one thing, and every time I do, it gives me every property in the entire scene. And if you don't unclick them, they all reset to 0 and throw the entire car in a jumble of pieces in the center of the scene. So clearly that's not just do this. There's clearly something I'm missing. And when I unselect everything, which by the way takes like 30 seconds to a minute for each one of these, just go click to unselect everything, except for selecting the property that I want, it doesn't work.
Right.
Or I get really weird effects, like it worked, but the left wheel would only turn from 0 to 1, and the right wheel would turn from minus 0.3 to plus 7. You know what I mean? Like, so they just sit there and kind of do this number where they weren't lined up, and it was like so weird. And it was like, this shouldn't be this hard, guys. You shouldn't be
Right.
this hard. It should be wheel 1 is your new wheel. You just made this new wheel. Good job, because everything's a little dial on DAS. And so it should be dial 1 is here, and then you link dial 2, 3, and 4 to it. And then when dial 1 is at 100, dial 2 is at 35, dial 3 is at 70, dial 4 is at 50. You know what I mean? And then when it's at minus 100, dial 1 is at whatever. That should be the way it's set up, because that's the way that everything else in DAS is set up. It's all graphically like that, which is why I said artists built everything except this piece. The programmer that got in there, because you click the property manager, go into the property manager and set 1, the delta value. The delta value then has a property that's a multiplier. I don't know what that multiplier does, but when you set it to you have to set that one to 0.326 or say, like, what the hell? It's like, it should not be this complicated.
Right.
It shouldn't be this hard. It's so frustrating there, Colton. Thanks for listening to me.
Yeah, no problem.
Uh-oh, we have a Windows update.
Yeah, I've been looking at mine too. I haven't touched it yet.
Monster 2. Windows did this last night to my Surface, and my Surface ended up offline from the entire drawing club meeting. Yeah, you want the big monster, don't you? Oh, we can create folders and start though. That's cool. That actually is going to be useful. Okay, never mind.
All right.
So
I gotta go to work.
It's 11, so you gotta go to work. I gotta go get food. I will
Get food. Food's important.
talk to you later. You can join me tonight if you want, or not, as you see fit.
Yeah. I'll let you know how I feel. I mean, last night I just started crashing. I was like, I'm just chilling right now, and then I was like, I'm going to bed.
You're good, bro. It's all good.
No, it's because I keep randomly waking up at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning now. I'm like, well, I'm up now.
Yeah, it's all good, bro. You do what you need to do. I'll do what I need to do, and all will be good. Sometimes I'm not even streaming at night. Although last night we had that new dude who came in from Twitch, who found us organically and was talking about stuff, and that was cool. It's nice to have somebody else on here. So, but yeah, you're okay. Also, at some point here, relatively soon, I'm going to redo the opening and ending credits. So do me a favor, at some point in time, just go back through the opening and ending credits and make sure that everything that I say in there makes sense to you.
I don't see my name in the opening credits. I know that part.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You're in one of them, but I don't know if you're in either one of them or whatever. But you should.
I think I'm in the ending. I'm not in the opening. If I remember
Yeah,
right.
so
I'll have to look.
yeah, it should be that, and probably we should talk about sometimes guests, and so have Raph in that instead of his name leading, since he has literally been in 2 of these in 5 years or 3 years or whatever it is that we've been doing this. He's
Something
literally
like that, yeah.
been on 2. So I love Raph, but that's kind of obnoxious. So. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, do me a favor, and at some point here in the next couple of weeks or so, just kind of make a to-do list, and post it in the QuaCk chat.
Okay.
If you'd like. like I've got a memoriam where I put my dad's name in there. If there's anything you want me to remember, you know, and put in the end credits that is somebody who either inspired you or, oh, did you hear that, speaking of, the Korean artist, Jang Ji, passed away. I can see his artwork.
Kim Jong-gi?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Say it again. Say his name again.
Kim Jong-gi?
Yeah.
Oh my God, he did. Passed away at 47. No.
Right? Right?
This guy was like my this guy is an
that guy.
amazing. Oh.
A sudden heart attack in Paris. But I mean, like, I feel like he's been part of what we've been working on too, as far as inspiration.
Oh my God, he was on his way to New York Comic Con.
Can you imagine?
Oh my God. That's terrible.
It is horrible news. He was born in 75. Frickin' younger than me, Colton. Frickin' younger than me. This is my sister's age. That hurts in a lot of different ways. Anyway.
That is crazy. I can't believe. I wonder if anybody. Hold on here. Art groups. Who posted stuff? Let's find out.
Yeah, I saw it this morning before stream.
Well, I'm gonna post this in my actual one. Sucks.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow his Insta.
I followed his stuff for so long now that I'm just like, crap.
I'm actually following his Insta right now, so there's that. I've been following his Insta. Yeah, like, I can't believe it. And his work is so pretty. And I'm so sad. Anyway, if you think of anything that we need to other than him, obviously. But I mean, just looking at him, he doesn't look like anything that would make him die. I mean, he looks like...
No, that's even what they said. It was just a sudden. He just had random heart pains, like right here. They're saying he was just having random heart pains. And that was, and then next, as he was landing, where'd it go?
He died on the plane.
So, despite what was it? Was on his way to New York Comic Con, flying from Paris, France, when he began to experience severe chest pains. Despite being rushed to a nearby hospital and undergoing surgery, he was lately pronounced dead. After having done so much for us, you can now put down. Oh, okay. Blah 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 blah.
Younger than me. 75. I was born in 72. Like, I'm in the zone, guys. I'm in the zone. Like, bad things can happen to me now. Because he looks perfectly healthy. He looks like a perfectly normal person. But
It was just a random heart attack. I don't know. I don't remember if he's a smoker or not. Dude, that's 17 years from now for me. Fuck. Okay, I gotta get going.
yeah,
I'm just gonna go down this rabbit hole if I stay here.
For
any longer.
you,
I
it's
gotta go to work.
-3 for me.
Damn. But I mean,
I
heart
know.
attacks are thing. That's the thing. Like some people, you don't realize you get a heart attack until literally just.
Yeah, well, that's what I've been talking to my doctor about. I'm like, okay, I'm in the range. What do we do to start? You know, so they did a cardiogram on me and everything looked good. Like my heart's lub-lubbing in the way it's supposed to. So hopefully we're doing fine, but still, yeah. Is that you?
Oh. All right.
Okay.
Cool. Everybody, have a good night, day.
Yep.
Talk
we'll
to you
see
later.
you all
Hopefully see you
later.
tonight.
Okay. Bye bye.